Hi guys, welcome back to the RC store. My name's Ammo. On the desk today, we have got two budget RC cars. Now when I say budget, this is the Mojave Grom. When I explain budget, this is more of the budget series when it comes to Arrma. And then we've got MJX. This is the 14301. This is also available in the 14302. Now the MJX is an old vehicle now, this Hypergo. I believe it came out about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And believe it or not, I started my channel off with the whole Hypergo series. Now this has been a car that's been forgotten about. Now a lot of new MJX releases have come out and I've been looking at them and looking at the chassis, etc. I'm like, they're exactly the same as this. And because people didn't know about MJX about 2 years ago, maybe some of you guys did, but a lot of people didn't, they will think all the new MJX range is completely different, it's new, etc. And from when I look at it, it's literally just a body change. And that's just my opinion. Now, this particular car, the 14301, you can purchase, and it's going to be cheaper than all the newer MJX Hypergos in this category. And the reason for that is because it's an older model, but it's one good looking model. And it has been forgotten about, to be fair. It's an absolute fantastic car, and it's a total hooner, is the only way to put it. Flipping over the other side, you have got the Arrma Mojave Grom. Now this is 2 to 3S, this is 3S as well, and 2S, so they're in the same sort of category, both 2 to 3S. This thing is an absolute ripper. Like I said, like this thing does like 50 odd mile an hour. There is a video on this on our channel where we've done a GPS speed run. This thing absolutely surprised me with how quick this car is. It hoons, it goes, it's absolutely incredible. But when I was running this, it actually reminded me of this in terms of the way it hooned. There's loads of budget RC cars out there, and I thought to myself, let me show you guys a comparison on a head-to-head with the Mojave Grom and the 14301. Like I said, in the RC world, these are budget RCs. They are mini RCs. When it comes to these two up against each other, the Arrma is a lot more pricier compared to the MJX. So this video is basically to show you guys what's best value for your money, so best bang for buck, and what would you go with. So without further ado, let's head out, let's find a parking lot, and let's go for some alright hooning action. We're also going to GPS run these, see what top speeds are, both running on 3S, head to head, and we will also do some quarter mile times, run 132 feet, which is a 10th scale quarter mile, and see which one's quicker to grab the 132 feet as well. And then I'll let you guys make your choice. So without further ado, let's get into this. Right, I'm here on location with the MJX 14301 and the Mojave Grom. It is evening, and for the last couple of days I've been coming out every evening, just taking out a different car and having a bit of a hoon in this car park. Now the weather today is a bit cooler than last time I came out. It's 22 degrees, it is quite windy, but nevertheless, perfect day for a bit of a hoon. So what we're actually going to do is I'm going to stitch this video up in such a way so when you guys watch it, you will see these run one after another. So without further ado, let's get into this. Right, I've got my GPS set up. I'm going to start off with a 14301 first and press start on track, and we're going to go ahead and see what top speed this can achieve. So without further ado, let's get into this. So that's full blast. All right, I'll give it one more run just to make it a fair chance. That's full throttle. I'll bring it back again. You see that gyro working? Right, let's see what that pulled. Now, like I said, this is running 3S, so let's press stop. Let's read 39 mile an hour. Right, it's time for the Mojave Grom. I've put the GPS on track. Let's press start on that. Let's see what it pulls on a top speed run. So here we go. Whoa, lifted. Alright, pull it back round. On the way back. Right, we're going to give that a quick read. So once the GPS catches up, stop that. Give that a quick read. 42 mile an hour. So it's quicker than the MJX. We'll give it one more run. Starting. Now let's go. Right, it is catching air. Right, bring it back. The MJX didn't catch air, to be fair. Right. So stop the GPS. Press read. 43 mile an hour. So GPS is all set up. Put it onto distance. Right, we're ready to go. So without further ado, let's see what this can pull a 132 feet run in. Definitely quicker than my no prep drag cars, that's for sure. Being four-wheel drive, it hooks up the power quite well. So let's see what that's pulled. So I'll stop the GPS just here. Let's read that. 3.31. Right, not as quick as my drag car, to be fair. I'll give it one more shot. Right, let's see what that's pulled. I took a bit of a different route this time, a bit more straight up, but it's less room to run off on. So the top speed might not be as great, but the 132 feet definitely should be. So let's read that. 3.31. Top speed is slower, but yeah, 3.31. That's what that's pulled. And now we'll go over to the Mojave and see what that pulls. Whoa! Right, that should have been enough. But this thing just went flying. Bring it back. GPS is still on. Alright, let's see what this is pulled. Read. 3.45. Alright, so it's slower, but higher top speed. Let's give it one more go. That's flat out. Right, it's definitely because it's launching. And that launch is not letting it get its power down. And I believe it's stopping at that distance. Let's read that again. 3.78. So yeah, a lot slower. It's definitely because it's catching air. So, just goes to show to you guys that the sleeker MJX is quicker on a temp scale quarter mile, 132 feet out of the box. Now, don't get me wrong, I know we can adjust this. We can put some holes and vents in there to stop it parachuting, but we're running these right out of the box as they come. Right, time for a hoon. Let's see how this does. Hell yeah. This thing is a proper hooner from MJX. Whoa. Now, when I first bought this car, I couldn't believe just how quick it was. Now, you got to remember, back a year and a half, 2 years ago, the Groms weren't released, and a small RC performing like this was just unheard of. And then this comes out and absolutely wipes everything clean. 360. This thing's so controllable. And for the size, you can't go wrong. What a car. Absolutely epic. Yeah, boy. Oh, you really got to know how to handle these. It's been, like I said, over a year and a half since I've had this out. And I sure miss car park hooning. Absolutely incredible. Yes. Traction roll straight away. In terms of hooning, it's definitely not as slidey as the MJX, and I think that's down to the low center of gravity the MJX has got in comparison to this. Now this, when the weather's slightly damp, it's absolutely incredible. But as it's a completely dry day and warmer tarmac, it's not as quite as hoonable, if that makes sense. You guys have seen me do some incredible stuff with this, but like I said, as it's dry weather, it's traction rolling hell of a lot. But nevertheless, so much fun. I can't break this. This ain't my car. This is my daughter's car, to be fair. Woo. I think I'll have to buy her a new set of tyres after this. Yes. 3 wheels. Yes. Bring that back round. Yes. Absolutely love this thing. Like I said, for hooning, I prefer the MJX 100%. But if the ground's a bit wet, then this is absolutely crazy as well. What a car. Now that was surprising. New v sold. Put your comments below which one you thought was the better car. Now I'm going to be completely honest. Value for money, in terms of hooning, I would probably go for the MJX, and that's the honest truth. And that's not me being biased. I love the Grom, but it just proved today that the MJX was the better hooner. If you want a hooner and something you can just slide around and just have pure car park bashing fun, 100%. This performed like an infraction. Absolutely incredible. Now, the Mojave Grom, on the other hand, in a previous video where I ran this, it was icy conditions, it was wet. This thing hooned like that did. Today, the temperature was a lot warmer and it was completely dry. This caught traction, had no shadow of a doubt. It caught traction and it did traction roll a fair few times. But nevertheless, once again, it was fun, but not as fun as the MJX. The MJX, the back end just slips and breaks loose and off you go into a power slide. Absolutely incredible. 132 feet times. Once again, the MJX put that power down, it's planted, and it pulled a faster 132 foot time than the Mojave Grom. Now, the issue that the Grom has, as a lot of you guys are aware, is when you're running this on 3S, it does parachute. Air gets trapped in there. The back vents ain't being cut out, the louvres. If they were cut out, I think it would help. But because they're not cut out, the slightest little bump just lifts this and takes this up. And I think that was one of the reasons why it didn't pull a faster time on the 132 feet. Where the MJX is lower, more squatted, lower center of gravity. And I think that's why it hoons better. Where if this was dropped right down, I think it would hoon fantastic. Put your comments below. Let me know your thoughts. You guys wanted to see it. The best bang for buck mini RC hooner. There you go. The video says it all. If you've enjoyed this content, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that notification button and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.